Thank you. I hope you'll clap after I'm done. So as Father said, my name is Mike Connor, and my wife Lee and I have been parishioners here at Notre Dame for about 2 years. So we're still a bit on the new side. We've belonged to a number of different parishes over the years, and each of them have had great attributes. But I can tell you, Notre Dame of Mount Carmel is a truly special place and community. Before we joined Notre Dame, Lee and I felt as though we were missing something in our lives. We wanted something more than just going through the motions on our spiritual journey. We heard about a program called Alpha. It was being offered at Notre Dame. We signed up, and we had a wonderful experience with the program. But even more important to us was the feeling of welcome and community. The staff and the many volunteers that participated went out of their way to connect with us, to learn about who we are and what our faith journey has been. We had never had such an experience, and we loved it. And we love it more with each passing week. This is a very special place because the level of passion and commitment of the people is extraordinary. For me, this has been a real blessing. I have always viewed myself as being like the seed that was sown among the thorns, constantly thrown off course by the distractions of the world. Being a part of this community has helped me prune back many of those thorn bushes, and I hope to continue to clear out the garden. The sacraments, of course, were at the center of our faith community, and I'm sure you would all agree that we have wonderful liturgies here. But there are also many other activities to help us make sense of our lives, to help us get through the struggles and pain that affect each one of us, and to give us opportunities to grow in our faith and our relationship with the Lord. All of us here, regardless of age or where we are on our journey, can take advantage of ministries and activities that will make our lives richer. Consider how blessed we are that we are in a parish where something as marvelous, as wonderful as Father Alex's new teen mass and program. It's not surprising. It's business as usual at Notre Dame. Notre Dame is constantly bringing things to address the needs of all of its parishioners. And I think that the thing that has impressed me most is that always looking to make sure that nobody's excluded here at Notre Dame. But activities like this take time, resources, and the sustained effort of members of the staff and the long list of volunteers. Also, Notre Dame is flexible and quick to respond to parishioners' needs in ordinary times as well as extraordinary ones. When COVID hit, Notre Dame responded immediately to the dramatically altered circumstances by offering remote liturgies, services, and programs so that everyone felt connected. I was so impressed with how quickly and effectively our priests and our staff adjusted to the new reality and worked to safely return us to in-person celebration of the Eucharist as soon as they were able to do so safely. Another effect of the pandemic, unfortunately, is that donations to Notre Dame dropped substantially. We were fortunate to be able to obtain PPP loans to cover the shortfall, so we were able to get through last year in reasonably good shape. However, our weekly collections have still not returned to pre-pandemic levels, and we are at risk of not being able to sustain all of the marvelous work of the parish over the long term. Part of this investing in our faith, investing in our future effort that was launched this week is a request to each parishioner to consider making a commitment to regular giving to the parish so it can continue and expand its good work. If you are not a regular contributor, please consider becoming one. It's very simple to sign up for electronic giving on the website, or you can still use weekly envelopes. I can't believe they're still doing that, but It's available. We really need your support. For those of you who are regular givers to the parish, thank you so much for your constancy. We depend on you. You are our foundation. If your circumstances allow it, I would like to ask you to prayerfully consider increasing your gift, even modestly. Many people have been hit financially by COVID, and we understand that not everybody is in a position to give. For those of us, like Lee and myself, who have been very blessed with continued employment and income, our continued investment in our church, we have no doubt it will pay substantial spiritual dividends. I would be remiss if I didn't emphasize that this is not just about money. In the same way that Lee and I have found a spiritual home here, I know that all of you have experienced various blessings by being a part of Notre Dame. You've baptized your children here and watched them receive their first communion. You've celebrated the joy of weddings and the sorrow of funeral masses. Our parish is and should be intertwined with our life's journey. I've gotten to meet so many people here, and many of you are very involved in Notre Dame and love being an active part of this family. For those of you who are not very involved, I have a word of advice and a word of warning. My advice is jump on in. Don't think, jump, pick something, come get involved. Whether it's Cornerstone or Alpha, the men's prayer group, or hospitality ministry, there is much work to be done, and great fellowship and friendship. My warning is this: there are a bunch of saints running loose around this place, and if you're not careful, they may just change your life. Thank you.